Welcome to this 2020 VW Golf 8 eTSI in all its glory. This specific car has some quite interesting features and modifications, but we'll address this later in this video. Until then, be sure to do the right thing to do if you're here, and let's get going. We have here the car for the people, the Golf 8. It has some impressive outside and inside lines, but it's not perfect. It has the mild hybrid 1.5-liter petrol engine, which can produce up to 150 brake horsepower on its good days. In theory, it has a generator and a lithium battery. The generator replaces the starter motor and the alternator and charges the little battery that has to give you short bursts of electrical power when it's needed. It's interesting, but in my opinion it's pointless. You go full petrol or full electric, but that's for another video which will cover up this in very much detail. Let's get in the interior and discuss this custom-made leather made by the owner, who was kind enough to lend me this car. The design remains from the seats of the Audi Q8, and more than that, it has Alcantara inserts in the door panels. This makes for a far better experience instead of the horrible textile that this car comes as standard. The infotainment has some good stuff and some ugly stuff. The good ones are that it has CarPlay and Android Auto, of course, but it also communicates with the engine and gearbox to activate and deactivate the engine when it's needed to coast. Let's say when you're close to a roundabout. The coasting makes for better efficiency in their opinion, because when the engine is off, there are no emissions, right? The ugly stuff is that I don't have a place to rest my hand when controlling the touchscreen, because beneath the screen is the sound slider, which is also a sensitive screen. I'm sure you've seen many reviews covering the interesting quirks and features, but I'm focusing more on the experience of driving and owning this car. First on the list is the ambient lighting, which can customize in basically every color you would like, and it has different shapes on this screen right here. It also changes colors on the instrument cluster. Why do I include this here? Because it changes the mood drastically at night especially. The driving position is identical to the Golf 7, but it's not a bad thing because there are many levels of adjustments. These matrix lights are the number one option you should choose. The number one thing I do not like at all is the gearbox sounds when putting into park or drive. This car is meant to do everything in silence and average comfort, not hearing all these nasty sounds. It's not a pure raw experience for these sounds to exist. Another thing I don't really enjoy is the noises coming from nowhere in the cabin. I can't put into words, but I think you'll get used to it. It feels wobbly on tight corners at relatively normal speeds. Sorry for not having a video proof, but trust me, at idle with the door open, you can see the door actually vibrating. I'll leave you with some beauty shots before we end this kind of a review, and be sure to do the right thing, and I'll see you next time.